Good afternoon and welcome back to Northwest Angling, ladies and gentlemen. We're back out on the Mersey. Last session I was out on the rocks and Anglesey targeting soap and it weren't great. We managed to get a few fish. We managed to get the usual dogfish, thornback ray and a couple of mackerel. So I've been in the hospital this morning. I've been having some scans done on my back and unfortunately it's been confirmed I've got a slip disc. So yeah, trying to live life as normal, crack on, do what I've got to do and see what the next steps is. So yeah, not the best of news, but anyway, I'm sure it'll get sorted. So I'm out on the prom, nice easy fishing, and I'm fishing a place that's known as Cod Corner by Woodside. I don't know whether it needs to be renamed really, because there haven't really been that many cod showing in the river as of the last couple of years, but they're getting smooth hounds off here as well. So that's exactly what we're targeting today. Haven't got any crab because this was kind of like a last minute decision. And anyway, we've got some squid and we've got some prawn. So they are coming out on those baits as well, so let's see what happens. So yeah, just got down here. We're about 3 hours before high water. We'll fish it right up to high, maybe an hour back and see how we do. So yeah, hopefully we can get a few hounds on screen for you. There's been some really nice fish coming out off this mark. First time I've fished it this summer, to be honest. I don't really usually fish this. It's usually a winter venue for this me. But yeah, we've decided to come and have a go here, staying away from the busy marks, which is Guinea Gap Paths, Town Hall, Seacombe Ferry. There's no one else here, it's just me, parked in the car park over there, walked around the bay. And yeah, we've got the first bait in the water, so yeah, squid and prawn, that's what we're targeting the hounds on today. Hopefully we can get a few out, so we'll keep you updated as the session goes along. This place, Cod Corner, all around here, Woodside, the 1 o'clock gun, Seacombe Ferry. This whole stretch is what we know it is, like a bit of a tackle graveyard, so I'm expecting to lose some gear today. But it's one of those really, you can turn up and not lose a set of gear, and then other times you can just get absolutely rinsed of your bits. So yeah, hopefully it's not too bad today, but I'm expecting to lose some gear. I think I've got about 6 rigs with me. And if I lose any more than that, then yeah, bit of a disaster. But hopefully it won't be too bad. We're fishing a 28-foot tide today, which isn't too big. Yeah, there's a really nice tidal pull out there actually. So I'm just into the tidal pull there. Cast it right the way to the left, let it swing right the way around to the right. And yeah, the rod's sitting nicely as you've seen in the previous clip. So just waiting for that to rip right over really with a nice hound on it. So like I say, we're fishing on, to start off with, we're fishing on prawn. So that's what I've currently got out at the moment. So what I've done is just some frozen prawn from the supermarket, raw. And I've just put 2 of them together, which I will show you now. Whipped it onto the hook. And there we go. And prawn bait. There we go. So that one is ready to go out next. So yeah. Activity of crabs is to be expected round here, so I'm going to bring that bait in roughly around about 5 minutes time. It's probably been out for around about 20 minutes then, so we'll see what the state of the bait's like. First cast and it came back. First cast and the baits came back okay. Yeah, pretty intact really. So what I'll do is, I've just got some squid, just cut squid in half, all the innards. And then what I'll do is I'll just place that along the back of that bait and just whip it on, just to bulk that bait out. Just get a bit of scent from the innards there, from the squid. This venue does actually throw up some eels as well, some straps. So I wouldn't mind getting one of them as well. So yeah, we'll do a little squid and prawn wrap for this next cast. Just pick that up, there we go, and that is good to go. I'll trim it down, make it a little bit neater inside here, but that's the next one to go out. We've had a couple of casts now and there's not a lot happening. The baits are coming back perfect, there's not much crab activity out there. So what I've decided to do today, I've just brought myself a little 8-foot rod, a little all-rounder, £2, 8-foot Sport Action Black Rock. Just paired that up with a little 4,000 reel Diver Crossfire with some 15-pound line on. And I've literally just got a very, very light 1-at-1 down rig with some very, very small hooks on, so some size 4 pint hooks I think they are, and I've literally just got some strips of mackerel and I've just dropped it down the edge. So while I'm waiting for the bite on the big rod, I'm just going to see if we can pick up, I don't know, a rockling, whiting, gobies, anything really, anything that potentially might be just down the edge here, trying to pick up any little scraps just to pass the time really and see what's what. But yeah, I've had 3 casts so far and not a lot's happened. There is a little bit of weed in the tide, which has been a little bit of a nuisance. Tide's absolutely pulling like a train now. It's just absolutely surged through. You get those sort of periods within the river. You get a sudden surge and then it'll die off and then it'll surge again. So you just got to keep an eye on things really. But yeah, you've still got what, 2 hours to high water, I think, something like that. So still plenty of time. Fish it an hour back. Loads of time to get a fish on the bank. But yeah, hopefully we can just get a few smaller species on this little small rod. So there we go, that's rod 1 rig down, and thought it's completely lost a lot, and this is the first time it's ever happened to me. The rig has gone. So I was in the snag, pulled it, and I thought obviously the shock lead is gone. And what's happened is the rig body's obviously snapped. So I've just come back with my pulley bead. So at least they haven't got a tyre shock leader, but yeah, we're 1 rig down, and yeah, still not a lot's happened. But at least they haven't got a tyre shock leader, that's a bonus I suppose. But yeah, definitely expect to lose gear here. Sky's looking a little bit moody there. God damn, looks like we're gonna get wet. Yeah, it's looking a bit gloomy that. And soft shite here has left his jacket at home. Fantastic. "40 minutes to high water. Still nothing, not even a bite. Yeah, it's been poor. Very, very poor. So we'll have a couple more casts and see how we get on. Right, and that is that. Well, that was very poor. Tide started to pull now as well, but about what time was it? Yeah, but about 40 minutes after high tide, so the tide's starting to pull again now, right to left. And I've had enough. I blew another reel up, so that's 2 reels and 2 sessions, so I'll have to strip them, get some fresh line, back on them ready for the weekend, conga session on Saturday night. So yeah, this was just a quick couple of hours on the river just to see if I could snatch out a smooth hand, and unfortunately that never happened. So he says, as he looks around, there was yeah, I think that's the tide just pulling that now in the tide. Lead just pulling in the tide. Anyway, I've had enough. It's getting wound in. See you again.